Today, I wanted to talk about traveling and how traveling is not rocket science. It's not curing cancer, it's not finding a cure for some deadly disease or going to the moon. Anybody can travel, but for some reason, a lot of people don't think that's possible. And I wanted to talk about that today. Hey guys, and welcome back to Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and if you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I usually upload my travel videos every Monday to Thursday and my free talk videos on the weekend. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. But for some reason, people treat traveling as this long distance, unachievable dream that you can only wish for, and it's not. So throughout my travels, I have gotten this so many times through people that I met while traveling, through my friends, through my family, that like the same thing all the time. They ask you, how long you been traveling? I've been traveling for, I can't believe it guys, for almost 2 years. You know, traveling, living overseas, however you want to say it. Ask you how you've been traveling, how can you afford to travel, and you know, the whole kind of long list of questions everyone always asks you when they find out how long you've been traveling. And they always say the same thing. I could just never do something like that. And I'm always like, what? What do you mean? Of course you can. Anybody can do it. You know, like my family, and it's not like I'm not diminishing my own achievements, because where I've come from, my childhood, if anybody knows my past, like to me, getting to this point is an achievement. I am proud of myself. I thought you had to be like rich and famous to be able to travel. And I guess once you change your reality and once you change your thoughts about things, it almost seems so obvious to you that you don't understand why it's not obvious to everyone else. You know, like my family are like so proud of me, and I feel like I'm almost like held to this level of like, you bet not fail because we put you on a high pedestal. It's like, yeah, but it's just traveling. I didn't graduate from college. Not that I think graduating from college is the be all to end all, but I think it is something very admirable for people who dedicate themselves to years of study to get a degree. I just travel. That's all I do. I got on a plane with $200 in my pocket and I decided to go. To some people, that was completely irresponsible and immature and a wrong thing to do. But to other people, that was brave of me. Who knows? Maybe it was brave, maybe it was stupid, maybe it was silly. I don't know. I don't regret it. But the point is that anybody can travel, like mostly anybody. Yes, there are some people who have disabilities or ailments. I won't even say disabilities, because I've seen people with disabilities, if that's the correct term, disabilities, travel. I've seen that happen. I think it's more difficult, especially if you are in a wheelchair. Thailand isn't that wheelchair friendly, I have to say, but I've seen people do it. But some people are just too sick to travel. Some people have new children or really sick parents and they can't travel at the moment. But for the most part, anybody can travel. There are people, I have friends that financially are way more stable than I am. I mean, way more stable. And they still in this mindset of like, but I just can't. I'm just not like you. I just can't do it. And I'm like, are you serious? You have property that you can rent out for like $10,000 a month and you can travel the world easy. But it's just a mindset that for some reason people can't get around. And I'm not bashing anybody or shaming anybody or putting anyone down who decides to take one path over the other. People who really want to travel, but also is sort of conforming to this ideology that, well, but I have to get a career and I have to go back to school, or I have to, you know, settle down and get married and have children, especially couples that travel. They feel like, well, yeah, but we're getting older, so we should probably go and buy a house and have kids or something like that. And it's not like I see in their eyes where like this is what they want. Like there's nothing wrong with wanting to have that type of lifestyle, to have a more structured lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I see in their eyes is like, it almost feels like, but I have to do this. I wish I could keep traveling, but I have to do this. And it's like, why? Why do you have to do anything you don't want to do? Again, I'm not putting anyone down for this, because I was there too. I used to think the same way. But I think once you break out of this, it's like almost when you break out of like the religious bubble, it almost feels like now it's obvious to me that I'm really weirded out that it's not obvious to everyone else. I've been seeing like this phrase go around YouTube quite a bit, and it's been on a particular YouTube niche that I'm not gonna say, but I've been hearing people say this a lot on YouTube when they're talking about other YouTubers who travel. They say stuff like, "Ugh," and they're on like permanent vacation, which I'm like, what's wrong with permanent vacation? Like, they say it as if they're putting them down. Like, they're on permanent vacation, so they're not being upstanding citizens and paying their taxes and giving anything back to their country. And it's like, what? Like, huh? Or I hear people say, like, and they're just traveling around, living a life that only a few of us can ever dream of. What? And it's like, first of all, as a YouTuber, why would you tell your followers that this is a lifestyle that you can only dream of? So don't you even dare think that would ever be a reality. And also putting other people down who choose to travel as a lifestyle. Like, first of all, it comes off as pure jealousy when you say it, the whole permanent vacation thing. And the other way, it's like, why do you think it's a dream? Like, you can do it. Other YouTubers putting other YouTubers down for showing their lives on social media. One day they're in India, and the next week they're in Istanbul, and next week they're in Thailand, and next week they're in Berlin. And first of all, you have to say that a lot of social media, it doesn't show you everything, because traveling definitely is not always easy. There are definitely stressful ass moments that occur when you travel. And I was talking about this with 2 other girls that I met in Malaysia. Hey, anyway, like, I'll talk about them later because I want to give them a shout out. But anyway, we were all saying like how everyone doesn't see the hard times when you're traveling, because a lot of social media influencers don't want to show you all that. It doesn't get you clicks or likes or subs all the time, even though I think you should always be real, but I'm not, controlling anybody else's social media career or whatever. But they don't show you the difficulties when you travel. There's been stressful moments, especially when you don't have a very large budget. You have to grind to keep this lifestyle. It doesn't come for free. It's not free. At the same time, I would very much rather have my travel stresses than the stresses back at home. Trust me, I have nothing to complain about compared to a lot of people I know who are still struggling back at home. But so the whole like permanent vacation, or this is only a lifestyle you can ever dream of, is like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Like, anybody can travel. Like I've seen tons of families travel with small children, tons of families now. I've seen single mothers and single fathers. That's a lie. I've only seen single mothers travel with children. Not that I'm saying there's not single fathers. I haven't just met them, but I've seen single mothers travel with their children. And like I said, I've seen people who have disabilities or in wheelchairs travel. I've seen pregnant women travel. I've seen people who society might have told them, this is your obstacle and you can't travel because you have children, because you're a single mother, because you have a disability. I've seen people defy that and still travel. So for me, it's like, you have to break out of this mindset. You have to break out of this ideology that, first of all, you have to have this type of life to be successful, to be happy, or to feel accomplished, or to feel whole. You have to break out of that construct if you want to. There's nothing wrong with wanting to live your life that way. And you have to literally change your mindset. It really starts there, because anybody can literally give you in black and white a paper or a instruction manual on how to travel, and it can be flawless, infallible. I didn't say that word right, but it can be an instruction manual to how to travel, and it can be completely legit. And until you change your mindset, you're still not going to actually ever get there. So you have to change your mindset. And that's all I wanted to say in this video, is that as amazing as traveling is, and I think it's so fulfilling and so rewarding, even if you have the worst of times, you still get something out of it. I have never heard anybody regret traveling. Like, I'm sure there are people out there, but it's so fulfilling and rewarding. And if you don't want to travel for a long period of time, and I think it is a little bit annoying to people who don't travel to constantly hear people who travel say, you gotta travel, you gotta travel, you gotta travel, even if it's just one time. That fact that how much it broadens your horizons and open your mind to possibilities, how much it just really benefits you mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I think everyone should do it at least once, but not downplaying anybody who doesn't want to. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. But again, even though traveling is so amazing, it's not this far off dream to be achieved. Anybody can do it. Anyway, that's my video, guys. Thank you. If you have any comments, please put in a comment section below. This is a community. I always want everybody to feel so comfortable to share whatever your opinions are respectfully. And if you want to share this video, please share it. It really helps, guys. And if you want to continue to follow me on this crazy game called life, please subscribe. And thank you from Live, Love, Life, and Travel.
Mama, mama, kilele. Mama, mama, kilele. Papa, papa, kilele. Papa, papa, kilele. Baby, baby, kilele. Rainbow, rainbow, kilele. Rainbow, rainbow, kilele. Oh, kilele. Kilele. Ah, oh. Ah, oh. Mama, mama, kilele. Mama, mama, kilele.
Woo!